creativity apps to create videos and use spreadsheets in endless creative ways. There are, of course, free services such as iTunes U, which I will talk about a little bit more. And there's a whole planet of content out there, from apps to books that are available. So let's say we call this the Apple Education Learning Ecosystem. It's a very, very powerful advantage that we've been working on for almost 10 years. And if you think of the possibilities available to you with your understanding of the way that students want to learn, and combine that with the possibilities that this ecosystem opens up to you, then we believe you're more powerful than you think. We know that one of the goals of your institution is making sure that you prepare students for life beyond school. I'm going to share some stories with you from different industries about how they're being changed, about how these skills of critical thinking, creativity and collaboration are enhanced with iPad in those jobs, and perhaps how we could bring those experiences into the classroom. So let's start with critical thinking, and a company called SKF, which the Swedish in the audience will be familiar with, but perhaps not too many others. Well, SKF is a very large global engineering company, more than 48,000 employees worldwide. Their products are probably in the chairs that you were sitting on today. You wouldn't have been able to get here today without some of their products in the aircraft, cars, trains, etc. that you travelled on. They're a core part of our life in that respect. And they have a lot of remote engineering staff who need to be able to process and analyse information remotely. So an iPad helps facilitate that critical thinking for them. It allows them to make decisions with the data at hand. We know that it's important for students to develop critical thinking skills, to not take information at face value, and to be great problem solvers. Just like these engineers. They need to be able to establish big ideas and questions, build a research framework around those questions, access and analyse information, and then present solutions, or at least proposals, for those problems. In an iPad classroom, students can work together to first understand the problem they're trying to solve by carrying out research, filtering, analysing, interpreting the data that they come across. For example, they could research these ideas in an iBook. In its electronic form, it allows you to take notes, highlight things with them, and take those notes wherever they go. But in an iBook's textbook, this great multi-touch experience also allows you to embed video and pictures. But then you can go even further. Here, for example, drilling right down to the cellular level. Or perhaps, in this particular case, running a simulation. So if you think when you're researching an idea and analysing it, you can actually do this analysis within the context of a book. You can't really do something like that on the printed page. Then perhaps they could use an app like Poplet to brainstorm project ideas and possible solutions. Perhaps they need to carry out some additional research or document the context and evidence as they go along using the built-in camera. And then bring all that data together in order to address the problem and document the solution. And include maybe some video and some pictures and data all together in a spreadsheet, such as numbers. Some of the schools that you will meet later on go through this exact process and will share their experiences with you. Next, let's talk about collaboration and the Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic, medical practice is changing. Staff, doctors, nurses, they need the latest patient information at their fingertips. So collectively, they can analyse the problems that they're fronted with and improve patient care right at the bedside. When students work together in a classroom, we know that collaboration is a critical life and work skill that they need to develop. And it's also a key part of the learning process. Being able to learn with and from peers, like we all do in the workplace, for example, and build a project together, really helps cement the understanding of the problem that you're working on. In an